Hello friends, welcome to Finance MCQ. I am Neha Singh. Today we will discuss about motivation, staffing and human resource, which is part of management subject technical syllabus, paper 2 of SAB grade A exam general stream. So let's begin. We will see the definition of motivation first, which is given by Stephen P. Robbins, that motivation is the willingness to exert high level of efforts towards organizational goals conditioned by the effort's ability to satisfy one individual needs. Second definition given by George R. Terry, who states that motivation is the desire within an individual that stimulates him or her to action. Friends, let me explain meaning of motivation in a simpler English, that it is a psychological process that lead to increase the willingness to work. It is the process of inspiring people from which people can use their ability. It is a very important function of management. The employees who are engaged in organization must be motivated. Friends, without motivation, their ability and skills cannot be used properly. We have to understand that every employee has the capacity to work. It is a process that helps the employees to explore their talent. Now we will move to the next slide, which is for importance of motivation, and let us see the first importance, which states increase productivity. Friends, motivation is a process that leads to increase in the productivity of employee. It is very important that a well employee will be willing to put in more efforts towards the betterment of organization than another disheartened or unhappy employee. Now the second importance states organization efficiency. Motivation plays an important role in changing the attitude of the employees in the organization. A different attitude is extinguished most efficiently by the motivation. The presence of such favorable attitude allows the organization to thrive and be successful. We will see the third importance of motivation, that is loyal workforce. A well-motivated workforce is a loyal workforce. Motivated employees have high level of moral and commitment towards the organization and its goals. Motivation thus reduces employee turnover and reduces the need for constant induction of new employees. Fourth and the last importance of motivation is it facilitates direction. Friends, it is very important for management that the process of direction is possible only when the employees proceed in the direction that the manager determines, and this requires a motivated workforce. Now we will move to the next slide, which is characteristics of motivation. And the first characteristics of motivation states motivation is a psychological phenomenon. Motivation is an internal feeling which generates within an individual. Motivative factors are always unconscious, but they are to be aroused by managerial action. The second characteristics of motivation is a continuous process. Friends, motivation is a continuous process. It is an unending process. Wants are innumerable and cannot be satisfied at one time. And the third characteristics of motivation is motivation varies from person to person and time to time. Friends, needs may be conscious or unconscious. Needs may be fundamental needs such as food, clothes, shelter, etc. Or it can be ego satisfaction needs such as self-development, self-actualization. These needs vary from individual and with the same individual over time. And the last characteristics of motivation, that an individual is motivated by positive or negative motivation. Friends, an employee is motivated to do something or not to do something is also depends upon how he is being motivated by his superior, whether it's positive or negative. Now we will move to the next topic, that is tool of motivation. And let us see the first tool, which is financial incentive. Friends, financial incentive offers some rewards for better performance. Such reward can be of types like giving money reward, like giving salaries, wages, payment for higher performance like bonus, pension, payment for holidays, and so on. The second type of tool of motivation is non-financial motivation, which is related to job-related reward. I'll give you some example of job-related rewards, which could be job enrichment, making participation in management, decision-making, promoting employees, and appraisal. Next topic is Maslow's hierarchy theory. There are 5 theories, or it is divided into 5 subgroups. So let me start explaining this one by one. I'll start with the bottom, that is psychological needs. These needs are fundamental or basic needs of human beings such as food, water, clothes, shelter, etc. Without these needs, human being cannot survive. Next is safety needs. An individual wants to be free from fear of losing job, food, shelter, etc., which is known as safety or security needs. It is the second important need because after fulfilling psychological needs, people want the safety and security needs. Next is love or belonging needs. This is the third hierarchy in which it comes after fulfilling safety or security needs. Friends, we need to understand that man is social in nature, therefore human being always wants to live in society or group which loves him or her the most. These needs includes love, affection, friendship, social acceptance, etc. So manager can initiate participation of the employees as a part of association to motivate the people. Second last theory is esteem or ego needs. After fulfilling the social needs, or you can say love and belonging needs, now they want esteem needs which they can have in some special and unique place or status for him or her. They want to be prestigious and respected, which is known as esteem or ego needs. Now the last hierarchy theory is self-actualization. Friends, self-actualization needs are the highest level in Maslow's hierarchy and refer to the realization of a person's potential, self-fulfillment, seeking personal growth, and peak experiences. Maslow described this level as the desire to accomplish everything that one can and to become the most that one can be. After all the needs are fulfilled, especially including esteem, ego needs, now they want or desire to help others. So friends, we have reached to the end of topic motivation. Now we will move to the next topic, which is staffing. Before moving to staffing, let me explain you that after planning and selection of organization structure, the next step in the management process is to fill various posts provided in the organization. This is termed as the management of staffing function. In simplest terms, staffing is putting people to job. Friends, staffing has been described as the management function of filling and keeping filled the position in the organization. This is achieved by first of all identifying requirement of workforce, followed by recruitment, selection, placement, promotion, appraisal and development of personnel to fill the roles designed into the organization. Now we will move to the next slide, that is importance of staffing, and let us see the first importance, which states helps in discovering and obtaining competent personnel for various jobs. Second importance states it makes higher performance by putting right person on the right job. And the third importance is it ensures continuous survival and growth of the enterprise through the succession planning for managers. And the fourth importance of staffing, that it helps to ensure optimum utilization of human resource. By avoiding overmanning, it prevents underutilization of personnel and high labor costs. At the same time, it avoids disruption of work by indicating in advance the shortage of personnel. Now let us move to the next slide, which is staffing process, and let us see the first process, which states estimating the manpower requirements. Friends, you are aware that while designing the organization structure, we undertake an analysis of decision and decision-making levels, activities as well as relationship among them with a view to evolving the horizontal and vertical dimensions of the structure. Second is recruitment. Recruitment may be defined as the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization. And the third staffing process is selection. Selection is the process of choosing from among pool of prospective job candidates that developed at the stage of recruitment. And the last process is training and development. What people seek is not simply a job but a career. Everyone must have the opportunity to rise to the top. The best way to provide such an opportunity is to facilitate employee learning. Organizations have either in-house training centers or forged alliances with training and education institute to ensure continuous learning of their employees. This organization too benefit in turn. We will move to the next slide, that is aspect of staffing, and let us see the first aspect, that is recruitment. Friends, as explained in staffing process, that recruitment refers to the process of finding possible candidate for a job or a function. The process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for a job in an organization. It could be internal movement or external searches like using newspaper dedicated for job advertisement, through professional publications, using advertisement placed in windows, through a job center or through campus interviews, etc. And we will see the second aspect of staffing, that is selection. The candidates are required to take a series of employment tests and interviews. At every stage, many are eliminated and a few move to the next stage until the right type is found. The process may start right from the screening of the application It may continue even after the offer of employment, acceptance, and joining of the candidate. It is so because the process of selection, like any other managerial decision, involves judgment about the performance potential of the candidate. The third aspect of staffing is training and development. Friends, someone has rightly said, if you wish to plan for a year, sow seed. If you wish to plan for 10 years, plant trees. If you wish to plan for a lifetime, develop people. So friends, training and development is an attempt to improve the current or future employees by increasing an employee's ability to perform through learning, usually by changing the employee's attitude or increasing his or her skills and knowledge. From here we will move to the next slide, that is staffing and HRM. And friends, this is the last topic for today. Friends, staffing is an inherent part of human resource management. It is the practice of finding, evaluating and establishing a working relationship with people for a purpose. In simple words, it is a function which all managers need to perform. It is a separate and specialized function, and there are many aspects of human relations to be considered. It is the job of managers to fill positions in their organization and make sure that they remain occupied with qualified people. Staffing is closely linked to organizing since after the structure and position has been decided, people are required to work in these positions. Subsequently, they need to be trained and motivated to work in harmony with the goals of organization. Thus, staffing is seen as a generic function of the management. So friends, we will see what all topics we have covered for today. We have covered meaning and importance of motivation, characteristics and tool of motivation. We have seen Maslow's hierarchy theory. We have seen staffing, importance and process of staffing, aspects of staffing, and staffing and HRM. Friends, if you want to practice MCQ questions related to today's topic, please visit Finance MCQ website. It has entire technical syllabus of SEBI Grade A exam in MCQ format. It has 2000 plus subject-wise, topic-wise MCQ questions to practice. Further, we have added the clarification for the correct answer wherever required. We also have 25 test series to practice for paper 2. So friends, do visit Finance MCQ website to practice your technical syllabus. That's all for today's video, friend. Thank you so much. I will come up with new video. Till then, take care. Thank you for watching.